they would give me a shot, and they did. So here I am. Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this Art Addicts Alliance video for the month of October 2021. This month's theme is either mini or spooky, and I went with a mixture of both. But before we get started, I wanted to introduce my co-star here while also giving a huge thanks and shout out to Artefex. I came across their profile on Instagram and reached out to them in hopes that they'd let me review some of their products for you guys, and they sent me over a trial pack of 3 5-inch by 7-inch panels of my choosing. What initially attracted me to them was their whole outlook on what panels should be, the quality behind them, how they protect our artwork, along with their hashtag art should last. They sent along a little brochure with more information on the type of panels they offer. Artefex rigid panels on aluminum composite material claim to resist changes in the environment, making your artwork less prone to damage such as sagging canvas, cracks, and paint loss that you may typically experience when painting on canvas and wood. First thing I will note is how heavy these things are. It's a little intimidating because now I feel like these are going to be super high quality and I'm not going to want to paint on them until I have some, what I believe to be, brilliant idea. And they also sent a really cool chrome holographic sticker. And since I was holding it upside down, I first read it as "For your art, the best foundation." But actually it reads "The best foundation for your art, Artefex." So I got an oleo panel, which is made specifically for oil paints and don't require any priming whatsoever, which I will be using for this video. And for a future video, I got the temp panel and the ACM panel. The temp panel is an absorbent primed panel made for, I'm assuming, watercolor, and the ACM panel is just their rigid panel, unprimed and not ready to go. But I do plan to prime it myself with Daniel Smith's watercolor ground and then compare and contrast the two to see which behaves better. I think I'll be doing a Studio Ghibli scene for these, but a voting poll will be coming soon to my Instagram story near you. Speaking of which, feel free to give me a follow, and once Inktober is over, we will go back to our daily painting polls. Alright, let's put all this to the side, open up my oleo panel, which by the way has a nice texture, and I'm super excited to see if they're the real deal, because one thing I love is when a company is passionate about their products and seeming to have the best interests in keeping art alive and protected for years to come. Since this month was a spooky / mini theme, my thought for this 5-inch by 7-inch panel was to make a mini book of Winifred's spell book from the classic Hocus Pocus.
Book, darling, come to mommy. Yes. His punishment must be more fulsome.
And I decided to bring out the oil paints since I haven't used them in a while. I used some thinning oil as well as fast drying medium. The oils I'm using are from Winsor & Newton, the water soluble oils, because I am in a small space that I share with my children and I don't want to expose them to the solvents needed to paint with regular oil paints. The colors I'm using for this painting are burnt umber, cadmium red, titanium white, Naples yellow, phthalo green, lamp black, and then I also added some alizarin crimson and cerulean blue. So first I laid down a quick sketch of where I wanted everything to go and started with a very thin layer of a mixture of burnt umber and cadmium red, just to lay out a base color. Then I worked from dark to light, added where I believed all the shadows would be, and then I worked my way up. After that, I decided to work on what would be the most detailed part of the book, which would be the eye. I'm really excited to see what the rest of the Art Addicts Alliance decided to make for this awesome month of October. If you are new to my channel, the Art Addicts Alliance is a group of artists on YouTube that collab once a month on an official prompt that we vote in on our Discord. You can also join our Discord and vote for the monthly prompt, suggest themes, chat with us, and share your own artwork or content. And if you're interested in becoming an official permanent member, you can apply right on our Discord. We only ask that you are an active creator and have a minimum of 100 subscribers. I believe there is an age rule too, but everything's on the Discord that you can check out. If you don't want to commit on being a permanent member, you could also join as a featured guest for the month. Whatever it is that you feel comfortable with. It's a great supportive group of artists and art lovers covers, and it's fun to see how everyone makes their prompts truly their own. The Discord is also a fun place just to keep in touch and make new art friends. So far, this amazing group of awesome artists is made up of Auroras Art World, Weblight Dreams, All Funnies and Games, Blue Finn, Enjoy Drawing with Mary, Jenna Gets Creative, The Artsy Pineapple, Jude's Desk, JazCapri, Pandimensionalspacezombie, Kolornix, and me. I highly recommend you check out all their channels. So one of my favorite things about painting this on this panel by Artefex is the texture. It really helped with making the book more believable. In case you didn't know, Winifred's book is sewn out of human skin, so the texture of this panel made it very easy to get that skin-like or leathery kind of look. And painting on this was so satisfying. All I can say is that it was really tempting and extremely hard to not overblend. The problem that I have is sometimes when I paint in oils, I get so lost in the butteriness that is painting in oils that I lose grip over reality, forget all the rules, and overblend. But I tried really hard to keep my head in the game and stay aware because I did not want to mess this up. I had a vision that I needed to complete, so I really did try to, as they say, lay brush strokes that have a purpose. Hocus Pocus is one of my favorite movies, and for some reason, not sure if I saw a special or something, but I do feel like I remember that there's a part 2 coming. At least from what I remember, the ending scene definitely gives off a sequel kind of vibe. I mean, I saw it like a couple of days ago, and it definitely does give off a sequel vibe.
Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, life is
I have put a spell on you, and now you're gone. My honey fell on you.
And can we just acknowledge how hilarious Billy's resurrection is? When the kids scream, he gets startled only to turn around and see his very own tombstone. His reaction was gold to me when I watched the movie when I was a little bit older. Not to mention that Winifred was the reason that he was dead in the first place for fooling around with Sarah. That had completely gone over my head when I was younger until I saw the movie again when I was older. So poor Billy, but I guess he had it coming. If you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. It's such a classic and always fun to watch, even during those cringe 90s moments. I definitely watch it a little too many times when October starts rolling around. Also, I highly recommend that you try out Artefex. Straight out of the box, there is definitely a certain high quality feeling of this panel, and I do not at all doubt that it will hold up on their end of their promise in giving this painting the longevity that it deserves. I'm super happy with how book turned out, and honestly, I really want to paint this again on a bigger book size panel. I'll give an update again on Halloween of 2022 if we're all still here on how the book is doing, because I do plan on keeping it as part of my Halloween decor. And I really don't think I'll be selling this one anytime soon. Definitely a piece that I plan to be hoarding for a while. I also want to talk a little bit about the information that they sent me in this brochure, where they have just more information on their different kinds of panels. So the other 2 panels that I received that I'm going to be using for a future video was the rigid unprimed panel and the temp panel. So the unprimed panel is ready for priming. It's just the core of the panel itself. It's also ready for mounting canvas or paper, or you can just prime using your favorite ground, and you can use all different kinds of mediums on it. The second panel that I received was the Tempura primed panel. This one says that it's primed with a very absorbent ground on a aluminum composite material consisting of 2 aluminum sheets laminated to both sides of a solid or corrugated core, meaning it also comes in both options of 3mm thick or 6mm thick. This one is ideal for watercolor, gouache, egg tempera, and it's suitable for basically all water-based medium, and it's primed with an absorbent emulsion ground. And they also have a drawing panel, which is primed for specifically drawing, and it's ready to draw with most media such as ink, charcoal, and metal point. Also have panels that are ready for painting acrylic, or this one that I'm doing right now, which is ready to go for oil painting, and it's very, very satisfying. And they also have a all-cot panel, which is a cotton canvas mounted rigid panel. So they really have all different kinds of sizes, and I think you can even do custom sizes is what one of the little cards that came in the box says. And in the back it has a little chart. There's a little part that says which panel is best for your art. Panel comparison chart is a good starting point if you are unsure which Artefex panel to use. It cross-references mediums to the type of panels that we would recommend. The last 6 columns describe 2 important properties: the absorbency and the texture of the surface preparation. So even if you're not used to like professional type panels and you don't know where to start, they have a little chart that will tell you what would work best for you. They also have a little part in this brochure that says the best support for artwork. Although wood is better choice than stretched fabrics for long-lasting works of art, Artefex rigid panels provide more stability and resistance to the environment than even sealed wood panels because they are unaffected by moisture and changes in relative humidity. I really, really like this panel. I want to order more. I want to try out a bigger sized canvas. So far, this oil one, definitely a thumbs up for me. I'm really excited to try out the ACM and the temp panel. I'm really interested to see what it would look like using my own ground versus the ground that they already provide with the panel. So I will leave a link down below. You can check out their website and just, maybe try a trial pack. I think their trial pack is 3 for $20. I will leave a link down below, but you can check out their website, www.artefex.biz. They also have a copper panel right now that I've been eyeing, and I'm really, really interested in trying it out. And thank you so much for joining me in my channel. I had a lot of fun with this one. Check out the other videos, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!